Rocket Lab has collapsed -7.34% to $93.09, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Tuesday, July 7th, and this is your complete global market briefing. A range-bound session is developing. Investor sentiment is being shaped by U.S. job creation calls in June with payrolls growth of just 57,000, unemployment rate at 4.2%. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 edged higher plus 0.72% to $7,537.43. Equity markets are responding to reports that European stocks rally to cap best week since May, markets wrap. NASDAQ 100 is up plus 1.26%, trading at $29,698. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500, NASDAQ set for higher open as chip shares recover, the mighty 790 KFGO. Dow Jones ticked up plus 0.29% to $53,056. Investor sentiment is being shaped by U.S. job creation calls in June with payrolls growth of just 57,000, unemployment rate at 4.2%. DAX is trading lower by -0.44%, at $25,703. This comes as oil prices opened lower as OPEC boosted production and traffic through the Strait of Hormuz resumed, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 is trading higher by plus 0.47%, at $10,701. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Rocket Lab plunged -7.34% to $93.09 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Rocket Lab stock leads 3 aerospace picks riding space and defense demand, simply walled St. Neutron medium-lift rocket development is the key valuation catalyst. A successful first launch would dramatically expand the addressable market and justify a meaningful re-rating. Space Systems revenue from satellite components and manufacturing is a steady, often overlooked earnings base. Watch for any Neutron program update or new DoD launch contract. Samsung made a dramatic move today, plunged -6.92% to $296,000. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Samsung prepares to unveil chip earnings insights as AI demand drives record semiconductor profits, crypto briefing. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. TSMC surged plus 4.06% to $451.79 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Learn All Crypto Topics, FEMEX Academy, FEMEX. N2 node ramp is the most important near-term catalyst. Demand from Apple, Nvidia, and AMD exceeds current capacity. The geopolitical Taiwan risk is the permanent discount the stock will carry, but the fundamental earnings power is exceptional. Arizona fab progress and U.S. CHIPS Act subsidy clarity are the structural positives. Goldman Sachs surged plus 3.36% to $1,055.29 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Goldman Sachs' valuation looks stretched despite record deal-making. Investing.com South Africa. The asset and wealth management pivot is lowering earnings volatility. Private credit exposure is a growth area but carries liquidity risk in stress. Near term, the IB deal calendar is the stock driver. Watch for any mega IPO or M&A advisory win. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as oil prices opened lower as OPEC boosted production and traffic through the Strait of Hormuz resumed, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. On the data front, investor sentiment is being shaped by U.S. job creation calls in June with payrolls growth of just 57,000, unemployment rate at 4.2%. Turning to commodities. Brent crude edged higher to $72.87 per barrel, up 1.22% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that OPEC is in a struggle for its survival. It could mean $40 oil, CNN. WTI crude edged higher to $69.24 per barrel, up 1.01% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that OPEC is in a struggle for its survival. It could mean $40 oil, CNN. Natural gas edged higher to $3.28, up 0.99% on the session. This comes as oil prices opened lower as OPEC boosted production and traffic through the Strait of Hormuz resumed, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold slipped to $4,138.70 per troy ounce, down 0.39% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that safe havens aren't behaving like they used to. Here's what's changed. Let us give you our near-term view on Rocket Lab. The technical picture for Rocket Lab has deteriorated. The $87.50 level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. In the currency markets, euro to US dollar is at 1.14, losing 0.08% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.34, gaining 0.21% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 161.93, gaining 0.3% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to European stocks rally to cap best week since May. Markets wrap. Before we wrap up, here is your watch list for the sessions ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Thousands of investors rely on our daily briefings to cut through the noise. If you are finding value here, please like this video and subscribe. It directly helps us keep producing this content every day. Leave a comment with your market view. We feature the sharpest takes in future videos. That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe, and we will see you in the next one. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.